Karl Gruber, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome, Derek. I love that. Bam, right into it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, good to see you. Um, so let's talk about something we have in common. We have a lot of things in common. Running. I was a collegiate runner. You were a marathoner. Um, I'm super curious about this 52 marathons in 52 weeks. Um, yeah, what would you like to tell me about that process? Like, how did it get started, first of all?
Well, I'll tell you only if you tell me where you ran collegiately first.
I ran at McAllister, which is up in St. Paul.
Yeah, I have a good friend that graduated from there. Yeah, up in St. Paul. That
Yep.
must be fun running in the heart of winter. Uh, but anyway, yeah, my 52 marathons in 52 weeks. Yeah, it was quite a while ago. I became the ninth man in the world to run one marathon a week, 26.2 miles or 42.2 kilometers once a week for 52 weeks. I started May 5th, 1996, and finished in April 27th, 1997 at the Big Sur International Marathon in California. And it was, I had been just a casual runner for a while. I had run 9 marathons up to that point, but I was a wild and crazy disc jockey, single guy back then at that time, and I ran on a daily basis, healthy as a hoss, and just loved running. Well, I met a little boy through the Leukemia Society of America, Glenn Miller Jr. of Logan, Ohio, who had leukemia. And within a year, he was dead from leukemia. There was no cure for cancer, for leukemia back then. It is a form of blood cancer. And I had been in a point where, as my spiritual awakening and seeking and knowing and understanding about the universe and the things around me, was what I call a positive possibility power thinker. And I decided to, well, what can I do to help the world? And I was out on a morning run in the beautiful countryside. I used to own a home down way out in the countryside in southeast Ohio. I would run on rural dirt roads every morning. And I got this idea. I know, I'll run a marathon a week for 52 straight weeks. I didn't even know that was possible. I had never heard about it. I later on found out that Jay Hilgerson of California became the first man in the world to ever do it in 1980. He was from California. And I decided to do that, to use my marathons once a week for a year as a vehicle to raise money and awareness for leukemia. So I traveled around America, North America, Canada, Hawaii, ran the marathons, and raised lots of money and awareness for leukemia research. And since I completed it in 1997, dozens and dozens and dozens of runners have completed and gone far beyond. I mean, there's been people who ran a marathon a day for 365 days in a row, more
Wow.
than one. But yeah, it was a unique experience for me.
Why leukemia? Was there some connection there for you?
Well, that was the little boy, Glenn Miller, who died. You know, I didn't have any connection to it until then. The Leukemia Society of America back in the 90s had a group called Team in Training, in which they trained healthy people to go run a marathon, a specific marathon, usually in an exotic location, and during the training raise money for leukemia research, which was given to the Leukemia Society. And I was training in 94. I was training for the Honolulu Marathon. And I had never been to Hawaii, and I was all excited about it. And so that was a motivation there. And like I said, at that point in my life, I had been studying. I started with the basics. I started reading Dr. Norman Vincent Peale's book, The Power of Positive Thinking. That was the very first thing that took me to a place that I'd never visited before, that there was something else besides what the crap I saw in the world in front of me. And then I went on to other authors like Wayne Dyer and Tony Robbins and Deepak Chopra, and on and on and on. And so I had this motivation to do something big, but to be of help to the world and service of the world. And that was my connection. And that's how I connected with the leukemia cause.